Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second hour of 8-Bits version 1.2. Today, we already got through our what's playing and have been dabbling in the news of the week, so we'll be continuing right there. What else do we have? Oh, the other thing we were going to talk about, but then we got, I guess, sidetracked a little bit. You showed me the Soma in-engine trailer. Oh, yeah.
It's pretty dope. I enjoyed the what the other trailers they released, the real person trailers or whatever. Did you see those? Did you watch all of them?
Which one?
For Soma, like the one with the female who's like at the computer desk, and I think the other one was the female, and there was a male as well, and they were like reconfiguring a robot or something. I enjoyed those a lot.
Right.
But the in-engine looks crazy. Looks like Amnesia in space. The trailer's actually of a character that will not be the main character, so if you're worried about spoilers, don't be.
Yeah, because I even said that to JP. I'm like, JP, I'm like 20 seconds in, I just want to stop watching. He's like, no, there's nothing to spoil, so watch away.
Yeah.
And watch I did.
So for those that don't know, Soma is I don't know why the doorbell is ringing. Soma is the next game from the people that made Amnesia. I'm blanking on the developer title.
Fractional Games?
Yeah, Fractional Games, yeah. It's weird because they announced at the end of the trailer that it's not coming till 2015.
2015.
But it makes sense because they did just release a Machine for Pigs. They're going to get a long development cycle into it. And that's cool because if you think about it, that means that whatever they plan on doing graphically and whateverly, they'll be pretty far into the PS4 development cycle. So they'll actually have like full reins on that. It'll be coming out for PC as well.
How crazy is it to think that a company like that went from these smaller games that definitely got almost a cult-like following, that they are now going to be producing, on next-gen consoles, which thanks to the x86 architecture, that becomes easy. Now this also introduces a new mechanic, which they kind of show off in the gameplay trailer.
What was that?
The whole mechanic of like picking up, like you saw him pick up the arm and look at the arm. I mean, like you could always pick things up in Amnesia. That was a part of it. But it seems like you are doing pickups and manipulation of stuff. And here's another great example. Like this wall right here, he's actually like, pulling out this one piece. But then later, earlier we saw him take that piece for the head, and he grabbed it and flipped it around, and I don't know how much that is going to play into it. It's just a part of the engine sort of evolving.
Yeah,
but
I got a very Event Horizon feel from that trailer.
Yeah,
and that's cool because I like that. I like when he walked into the hall and it was just all of those different kind of electrical cords around them. Maybe that'll be the one fractional game that I actually play instead of watching someone else play it. But it'll probably be scary as fuck because now they're honed in on that shit now.
Oh yeah.
I felt like Machine for Pigs also wasn't that great of a release, and they might have learned like what actually is scary from that. It did have great sound design though, so maybe they'll pull that from there and work on some more of the scariness shit.
Yeah, I guess JP, one thing that makes me happy is that
is it frictional or fractional?
Fractional, I think. Or frictional. I'm sorry, frictional.
Frictional.
Yes.
Sorry.
Did I say fractional the first time?
I think that's what I've been saying as well. Whatever.
Yes, frictional games is correct. Our apologies. So, the old 1800s feel, while that does lend to atmosphere, I think some crazy sci-fi space shit is way higher on the creepiness factor. Especially, it looks like maybe there's some robots involved, and who knows what other kind of like science fiction elements, reanimation, whatever.
Sure.
To see them just take a different route, really, really exciting. It does look cool. Has sort of a alien cyberpunk Event Horizon look, and I'm excited.
Yeah, looks great. Go check out the trailer if you haven't. It's Soma, S-O-M-A.
Yep, S-O-M-A.
And also check out the other like live action trailers, because I felt those were more creepy than the in-engine trailer, especially the first one with the woman at the computer desk. I thought that was cool. They were a little long though. They're about 5 minutes.
Okay, I'll have to check those out. I didn't know they also released those as well.
Yeah.
What's this Blizzard thinking? $30 for the new Diablo.
So there's a Polygon article, and they're thinking about releasing the new Diablo expansion for $30, and the collector's edition will be, I think they said $49.99. Let's see here in the actual article. Yeah, standard edition will include, of course, the Reaper's Soul expansion, and collector's edition will include the expansion and, of course, the in-game exclusive content and other bonus items. What do you think about the $30 price point, though? I think that sounds about right for an expansion these days. I think in the past they've always charged 50. For Mist of Pandaria, I believe they charged 30 as well. So
is there? I mean, we're talking about a company, JP, that has never had a problem putting out an expansion at a full game price, right?
Yeah.
With a lot what they did in the early days with the WoW expansions.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like the lower cost is almost a silent apology.
Maybe.
And maybe even a little bit like, we'd like you to come back.
Come back, yeah, try out the game. Maybe. They don't have any like in-game microtransactions though, so they're not going to like recoup on that unless they just sell a lot. So maybe that's where they're banking, is that they're worried about sales outright because of how many people bought Diablo 3 and how much like outcry they had because of Diablo 3's launch and all that. So it could be. They'll probably never own up to that, and we'll never actually know.
Yeah.
But fuck it, man. I'll buy $30 for 10 more hours worth of Diablo, or however long the expansion's going to be. I really like the where they're going with it. I think that they went in an interesting direction.
And what's this about the survey? This is just like, what
yeah,
do you care about?
It was a survey that came out, so they're probably just going to like look at this and maybe draw the information from it on terms of what they need to work on for, like in a hierarchy type schematic, on what players want more.
I wish more companies did that, actually.
Well, Blizzard's always been pretty good at listening to their fan base.
Yeah.
I mean, they've always responded to it as well. BlizzCon's a giant listening to the fan base type event each year, or for the past couple of years. They didn't have one last year, but I'm sure that'll be playable at BlizzCon this year, I would think, and they'll probably announce a release date for it. And I want to say, I don't know the actual numbers, but I think Diablo 3 did pretty well on consoles.
Oh, I have no idea. But I still walk into stores and see the banners and everywhere.
Yeah.
It was weird, actually. You remember I went to that wedding, a couple weeks ago.
Right.
And it was so weird because I was around all console gamers that weekend, and that like kind of came, minus Suma himself, who plays PC. And to hear people say, "Oh yeah, I'm playing Diablo 3 on the console," or "It's really great," and
it was a really good port.
I'm just like, oh yeah, sure, great, But I mean, you're right. People played the game,
and it worked. Like they figured out a system that worked for the console. Like, it is not a bad system at all. The PvP aspect is a little dumb. I didn't really find that too interesting. I don't know if that was on the PC. I haven't played Diablo 3 in quite some time, but they've made so many different changes to that game over time that it's a completely different game from what happened at release. So yeah, cool. I'll totally buy in for $30. I'd probably buy in for 50 as well. So I'm not the hard sell, but I'm sure there are people out there that I played Diablo 3 when it came down. It was total shit. They fucked everything up. Maybe this will be the game that gets them back in.
When we open the phone lines, if there's any like maybe salty folks out there that have a different opinion on this DLC or expansion or whatever you want to call it, can chime in on that.
Maybe so.
Yeah.
What else we got?
So again,
you put this in there, and to me, this means nothing.
Oh my
but
god!
To you, maybe this means more.
Oh my god, JP, this is a big fucking deal right here. So, before we had cool games like Beyond Two Souls, storytelling was done via adventure games made by Sierra. The King's Quest, the Police Quest, the Gabriel Knights. These are all very.
I never played Gabriel Knights.
Okay, so I mean,
Gabriel Knight.
Gabriel Knight. These were all there were multiples. That's why it came out.
No, I got you.
These were games that kind of paved the way for storytelling in games. You know, like they used a lot of pre-render backgrounds and all sorts of shit like that. Well, believe it or not, like back in the day, we had some chicks who were just fucking amazing at making these games. And Jane Jensen is one of them. She came up with like the Gabriel Knight trilogy. Now, the first Gabriel Knight had like Tim Curry doing the voice, like had all of these like huge AAA actors doing the work on it. Anyway, where I'm going with all this is that Gabriel Knight Sins of the Fathers is getting remade for both desktop and tablets in a major way. And as a fan of someone who loved these types of adventure games when I was younger, I'm in. I like this shit. So here's like actually a display of this is what I was playing. This is a VGA 256 color. Welcome to fucking early 90s PC gaming, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. Yep. So in the recreation of it, this is what it's going to look like now. It's still going to, have the same elements of being a sort of point-and-click adventure. But, and here's another click, obviously, the low-res library, and then it converts into something like this. And I'm excited. The fact that these types of game developers are getting back in and finding success off of games that they, put their names on the map, I think is really cool. So I understand to a lot of people, this doesn't mean shit to them, but this is an era of gaming that is being like reborn. And It's really cool that people are going to get the opportunity to play and experience these types of games.
Yeah, I did not know what Gabriel Knight was prior to this, to be honest. The only the game that the game that I know from looking at these screenshots, I don't remember the name. My brother played it. I watched him play it. It was set in kind of the you were this boy who you were kind of a Aladdin type character. You had a blue vest on, and it was set in kind of desert time or something. And I can't remember
Sword Quest.
Yes,
Sword Quest.
Is it Sword Quest? I think Sword Quest, yeah.
I think it is Sword Quest. Not Prince
Maybe
of
so.
Yeah. Sword
And I remember,
Quest.
me and my brother playing that a lot and just seeing how many times we could get ourselves killed. That was a lot of fun. And then eventually he would beat it. Is it Sword Quest?
Oh, Quest for Glory. Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Quest for Glory.
Yes.
Where did Sword Quest come from? Jesus.
I don't know. Quest for Glory was awesome, though. I enjoyed that.
Which is...
I didn't actually play it, but...
I think you can actually get all of the Quest for Glories on...
That was kind of my first step into PC gaming, because my brother had the 24 floppy disk that it came with or whatever that you had to install in sequence for installing the game. That game was crazy, though. You could have conversations and type in different stuff to unlock different dialogues and shit like that. It was really cool. Is that kind of what Gabriel Knight was?
It is exactly. It's just like a fantasy version, right? I mean, you guys, they made adventure games out of Indiana Jones.
Oh yeah,
Full Throttle was freaking amazing. The Dig was incredible. Loom. I mean, there are so many of these games that they could, dip into a library and remake, and I would probably fanboy out and go over all of them, but. It's we were talking about Star Citizen the other week, JP, and it's just another sort of example of gaming from our past being phoenixed and brought back to life in ways that maybe we didn't expect it to happen. It's funny because The Walking Dead is a next generation one of these games. That's all it was.
Totally.
So people will play them.
Oh yeah,
as long as it's good story.
Yeah, maybe I am excited for the Gabriel Knight stuff. Maybe that'll be a lot of fun. So, one of the other stories that I threw in here, one of the big games that it was new IP from the guys at Ready at Dawn, The Order 1886. We saw that trailer at was that at E3 or was that at the PS4?
Yeah,
I forgot when it actually was.
I think it was the PS. For this Sony conference. I don't remember either, dude.
People are saying E3 in the chat, or at least Adam is. Okay, I think it was E3. That's what people are confirming. But they've released more information. First off, one of the big thing is developers are which I think is a big thing, is the developers constantly stated that that trailer that was shown was 100% in engine, and that was what the game will look like, and potentially it was incredibly early on, so that's what it will be better. It'll look better than that, which to me is fucking crazy because that trailer was awesome. The animations were incredible.
Oh yeah,
it was a great kind of hardware demo that they showed there. But they released a lot of other information. There's more stuff about the story. I really fucking like this thing that humanity basically forms its own version of the Knights of the Round Table. In order, the order is what this is. The main character is named Sir Galahad. Fucking that's awesome. I love that type of shit. I love that. What kind of happens with the story is that humanity, they're calling it humanity splinters, where many of them are getting like bestial traits, becoming half breeds, and that's kind of how the story unfolds and the conflict starts to happen. They start to discover stuff called Blackwater, and it gives them long lives and the unique ability to recover from injury. And this all happens around the 7th or 8th century. So the people that you're playing are from the 7th or 8th century because they've just lived for so long.
Which is such a badass concept.
It's fucking awesome, right? And then he's called Sir Galahad.
And it's unique. That's the other thing. It's like such a. At first, I saw it. I'm like, oh, okay, God, you know, my eyes are kind of like being. Well, they're being molested a little bit, and then the story behind it just sounds really solid. We've talked so much about we want new IPs, we like new original shit, and this seems like one of the most exciting things kind of be talked about lately.
Yeah, they talk about a lot of different guns that they're trying to like ground the guns in understandable science is the word, the phrase that they use, but they also have behaviors that you wouldn't expect. For example, the ARC gun, which you saw in the trailer, the combo gun has 2 different settings. You can blow enemies back with a non-lethal charge to make space, as well as using standard rifle fire. The thermite rifle can shoot a chemical onto enemies using secondary fire to shoot flares to light them on fire. That's pretty fucking cool.
I like that. I would use that.
Frag grenades can be used typically or hoisted onto environment via spikes. You can like plant them places. The one thing that I didn't like is that they say battle scenes are chaotic and exciting, reminiscent of Gears of War.
Yeah, now because it's got that third person,
yeah,
right, like over the shoulder feel, heavy feel to it.
Yeah, that they said Gears of War, and I loved the Gears of War series, but I do not want to play another Gears of War.
Yeah,
like that was a turnoff to me. So maybe we'll see. And then they get the next line is that they took a unique twist to QuickTime events, and I'm like, oh, just stop. Stop saying this shit. You're saying all the wrong words, guys.
We've also thrown in some stealth elements and a lot of QuickTime events.
Yeah. They're saying unique twists. Sometimes melee attacks occur during gameplay. Time slows down, and you can rotate your camera and find different things in the environment to give you an edge. These can range from dodging a punch or grabbing an improvised weapon, for example. Okay. Maybe I'm back in. The story, though, sounds awesome.
Maybe I'm back in.
I want to see more stuff, and I think that'll be coming. They don't really say when that's coming out. I don't know if they have a release date at all on that, but that'll be a good ways into the PS4 dev cycle. So they'll definitely have a good hold on the hardware, hopefully.
So let's actually open up the phone lines, and then while we do it, someone has just posted a link about the Steam controller demonstration that has just been posted on YouTube.
Really?
Which hilariously has a top comment from Gabe Newell that says Half-Life 3 confirmed, which I just have to show because it's freaking hilarious. right there.
Shit.
I'm going to have to even thumbs up that guy. So let's open up the phone lines, and then let's just take a look at that video, and we'll start taking some calls. But we were talking about it like we want to know more about this this controller. Oh, it's not even fully processed. That's how new it is.
Yeah, it's only 480p.
Yeah, but that's okay. I just kind of want to see it.
Man, that looks weird. I keep seeing him like move his thumbs, and I'm like, there's no fucking thumbstick there.
It doesn't look like any sort of level of struggle at all, dude.
Ooh, there was like Excel right there when he flicked his right thumb over.
Yeah, there was.
There's like some acceleration on that.
You're right.
That might drive me crazy.
Well, that actually makes it feel more like a mouse.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, he just said it.
The controller is acting like a mouse and keyboard, and
Interesting.
output
Spoilers for Portal 2, guys. Don't watch.
since the two trackpads can be configured individually.
Huh. I mean, it's still not feeling the controller, but seeing how like smooth it looks. Tell me this, JP. It looks like console movement. You know what I mean? Like it
Yeah,
looks like
it does.
you can tell when someone's controlling a mouse or over like a, but
It doesn't
still
look
looks
like fluid
better.
motions, yeah.
It looks better than but it still looks like console
Sure.
movement. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy.
It just, I keep imagining when he lifts his thumb off the thing to see a thumbstick, and I'm not. And that's kind of crazy. But he seems to be pretty precise with it. Like,
Yeah.
he's moving the cursor around and it seems really precise.
Oh, now they're in a different game.
Yeah, they jump to Civ 5.
Okay, we'll show a little bit of that. You guys can reach us here at 8-Bits by dialing the phone 909-581-8519 or hit me up on Skype, djWHEAT. Want to talk about anything video gaming related, anything we've talked about on the show, agree or disagree, and go ahead and give us a buzz. What are they playing now? Oh, Civ 5.
Yeah.
I still have not seen him use any of the other buttons.
They jump to, what is this, Call of Duty? Oh, no, CSGO at the end of it. They're playing CSGO at the end of this thing.
Like, what did he use to reload? I don't understand.
He's using the back buttons, I think, R1 or R1 and R2 or whatever the fuck they're called.
Okay.
He seems pretty slow to get to that headshot. I don't know about that, Marcus.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to be having any pro CSGO players switching over to the Steam controller anytime soon. That's not too bad.
It's still a little slow.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he's just.
But I mean, I guess that's what consoles like. That's
Then
how
he's
console
paying.
controllers do. But all right, let's take a phone call here. We've got area
Papers,
code.
please, at the end too. Yeah, sorry.
That's okay, man. We got area code 850 on the horn. Welcome to 8-Bits. What's up?
Hey, what's up, guys?
How's it going, man?
Pretty good, pretty good. Just wanted to think that a lot of people that are going to be playing on the Steam controller, you think it's going to be a big thing, or a lot of them are going to just resort back to the mouse and keyboard?
Seeing this definitely improves my opinion of the controller, because it's still kind of a hard disconnect in my brain. But I also have to believe that even with the dawn of Steam boxes, I mean, JP, if you ever got to a Steam box mode where it's like, here, you've got your TV, you got a Steam box. I mean, if you were going to actually sit down in front of your TV to play that, do you think you would always prefer to use a controller like this? Because I think there's just going to be a half and half. There's going to be people who are very comfortable and happy because it gives them a TV-like experience in PC games. I think you're going to have another group of people that are just like, fuck it, Bluetooth keyboard and mouse all the way, go.
Yeah, I think, I mean, for me, I'll never be that person that at least I say this right now. I will never be that person that's playing a PC game that was made for kind of keyboard and mouse type input in a living room somewhere. Like, I want to be at a desk, right?
Yeah.
But for the games like Dark Souls and shit like that, yeah, if it's a better input device than what I currently use, which is the MLG 360 controller, if it's better than that, then I'll probably buy it. I think that's where a lot of PC gamer enthusiasts will probably sit, right? If it's a good controller and it's not $100 because all the technology in it, I could definitely get into it.
What about you, caller? Any differing opinions now that you've seen this video and at least had a glimpse into how it works?
Yeah, now that I've seen the video, I mean, it's kind of similar to what you guys were talking about. He's moving his thumb, but there's not really. Is it like
it's
a
weird, right?
thing? It's weird. Yeah, it's definitely really weird. So,
Yeah.
That's
but
the other thing
I
too,
like
is
it.
that-
I think Steam is an awesome company. So.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. They don't have that LCD in the center. It seems to be like an early version of the controller.
Yeah,
so,
definitely a prototype for sure.
yeah, so who knows what
okay.
touchscreen will actually add to that.
Yeah, it's not just four awkwardly shaped black buttons. They're in fact, I just showed a picture of on the stream right there.
Yeah.
And I believe that this itself is a button as well. So,
Yep.
yeah, but
Awesome, guys. That was it. I just wanted to give you a shout out. love all your guys, both your guys' content, and always watching this. I just want to say keep it up.
Hey, thanks you so
man.
much, man.
All right, guys. You have a
great
good
day.
one.
Peace out.
You too.
Bye-bye. All right, take another one in the order in which they came. We got area code 909. Good morning, good afternoon. Welcome to 8-Bits. What's up?
What's up, guys? All I have to say is I don't think the controller is going to catch on. I think PC gamers want the keyboard and mouse. That's the reason they play the PC, is because they want the keyboard and mouse.
So if you want the keyboard and mouse, aren't you more like JP, where you're like, well, I mean, I don't know. Have you guys ever tried to use a keyboard and mouse not at a desk? It's fucking awkward, dude.
Yeah, it's annoying. I don't like it at all.
And so there's a part of me that's like, will only people interested in the Steam box then be interested in having a setup with a controller? Will that affect the amount of Steam boxes that potentially will go out there? I don't know. But I'm kind of the same way. I have to agree with JP. I want my desk. This feels right. Sitting on the couch.
That's how I feel too. I mean, I played Halo almost professionally, and I went back to my PC almost right away.
Just because you just feel like you have more control, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's easier to get headshots and all that stuff with a mouse because you can snap your wrists and all that stuff. You can't do that with a controller.
Right.
Yep.
I agree.
Well, I think it's then a question of whether or not, whether or not that will still get PC gamers to go the Steam box direction.
Sure. The other thing too, one thing that I guess I haven't really spent too much time thinking about, but I don't think this is being marketed at us because Valve already has us. We already use Steam.
You're
this
right.
is being marketed at like the console people that haven't switched over yet, right?
Yeah,
so maybe this is what
that.
gets them to switch over is by handing them an actual controller and some sort of way to introduce the PC as a console into the living room.
I can see that.
Yeah, I think that's a great point, JP. And we've talked about that before. Sometimes we have to take a step back and realize, hey, we're not actually the audience that they're going after. I mean, there's still an enormous amount of games in my Steam library that would be great with this thing. But, it's just it's still a matter of whether or not, I would move because I actually feel like I'm bringing my console experiences over to my PC rather than my PC experiences over to like my console area. And that seems a little weird to me, but that's the way it's going.
Right.
I don't know if that's going to be the same way for everyone. So, caller, thank you very much.
No problem. Thank you.
All right, take care, man. Bye-bye.
Wait, before you take your next call,
Sure.
I forgot to put this in the news. Did you see the fucking requirements for Watch Dogs and Call of Duty Ghosts?
No, I meant to look this up.
Oh my God.
Where
I
are
don't
they?
know
PC requirements.
What the fuck is going on? The required graphics card for Call of Duty Ghost is a 780 GTX.
What?
Not required, sorry, recommended.
Oh, recommended. Okay.
Required is 6 gigs across the board of RAM. Like, where are they?
Dude, I mean,
I don't know if I'm like being a little conspiracy theorist here, but like, how much did they pay hardware developers to put these requirements out there so that people buy the 360 or the Xbox One and PS4?
Oh.
Like that, it's fucking crazy, man. Look at those requirements. I mean, it's all upgrading stuff, but still.
Dude, is this becoming a trend? Like supports. Yeah, so like you have to have 64-bit operating system to play these games?
I guess so.
That actually is fucking bonkers to me, dude. Because maybe I'm wrong, but I didn't think 64-bit operating systems were that common. I thought that was I am an enthusiast.
Sure.
Right? So, I mean, I guess if you're going to need more than 4 gigs of RAM, then yes, 64-bit operating system is absolutely a requirement.
Is that for Watch Dogs or Call of Duty?
This is for Watch Dogs right
Look at the Call of Duty one.
Okay, let me find the Call of Duty
And I read somewhere that the Call of Duty one was only what NVIDIA recommends.
Call of Duty.
The whole even gets like, I need to actually figure out what the real line is, but someone linked it in the chat.
Windows 8 is all 64-bit? Fuck, that's Shows you how much I know about Windows 8.
Yeah, I didn't know Windows. Apparently, if you're on Windows 8 on Battlefield 4, by the way, you get like a fucking 180% increase of FPS. Which is a little wild. Maybe I'll dual boot into Windows 8 or something.
All right, here we go. So they have minimum requirements. Wait, this one actually doesn't. Okay, this one sucks. I'm sorry. Let me find the
Go
one
to
that
this GameSpot link here. I'll which account? You want this on your
my other one, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, there you go. This is interesting because I knew that the developers came out from Activision and said that unfortunately these are not. Please stay tuned for official requirements coming soon. Thank you. And it was posted on NVIDIA's website, I think, as official. I don't know, man. Required 6 GB of RAM and 50 GB of hard drive space, as well as an Enforce a GTX 550 and a HD 58070 for required, which is pretty low. But recommended is fucking 780 GTX.
That's crazy.
That's a little weird.
Huh.
Also, is that Call of Duty is that a picture of Call of Duty in that article? What the fuck is going on in Call of Duty these days?
I don't know, but apparently you can strap a fuckload of shotgun shells.
Yeah, he just
to
got
yourself.
shotgun shells on like every appendage of his body, as well as some like fucking grenades and some shit on his leg. Like, just snipe the fucking leg and he's dead.
JP, is this guy in the lower left-hand corner with his knife out? Is he running at him?
I don't know.
Or is he maybe trying to save him? Oh my God, I see a dog.
There is a dog.
There's a dog in the background.
You're right, dog.
Oh my
dog
God.
confirmed to multiplayer. Call of Duty Ghost.
Rip in peace, dog. Rip in peace. Oh, I forgot we were taking phone calls.
Yeah. Sorry, I just had to bring that up. I forgot about
sometimes like people will just stop calling when we do that kind of stuff because they're just like, oh, well, they're not paying attention to that. So my apologies if you were trying to call in 909-581-8519, or you can hit me up on Skype.
Are you going to play Call of Duty Ghost? Is it enough of a new entry into the next gen consoles?
You know what, JP?
Or purchase?
I think that I'm going to say no.
Yeah.
That I have had more fun with Battlefield 4 than I have had with a Call of Duty game, sans zombies, in quite a while. So I am going to actually say that I think that I will finally be making the big boy jump to Battlefield.
There you go.
Suddenly
all the EA guys are playing that yeah, fuck yeah gif from the news reporter as this comes out of your mouth.
I mean, you know what? Like, to be totally honest with you, JP, the only reason I liked Call of Duty is because they added zombies. I mean, was Modern Warfare awesome? Like, yes, it was an amazing game. I love
that was
that
the one
experience.
that everyone got. Right.
And then zombies came out. It's like, oh my God, zombies is my lifeblood. It's so much fun. I played with buddies all the time. I probably killed a gazillion zombies in my lifetime. That's why I played the next one. The next one would come out. Maybe I'd beat it, maybe I wouldn't. But zombies would get a lot of hours. Multiplayer started to get less and less interesting and more arcadey. That's why I think like some of the challenge that Battlefield has presented has really made me go, God, why have I even wasted my time?
Let me blow your mind here. Do we have a caller, by the way? I can blow your mind afterwards.
I do have a caller.
Let's take the caller.
All right,
I don't
let's
want to
take a caller. We got area code 512 on the horn. Hello, welcome to 8-Bits. What's up?
Hey guys, how's it going?
It's going great, man.
Sweet. I'm actually a fan of y'all's roleplay content, but I just now tuned into 8-Bits and thought I'd give it a thumbs up. This actually seems like a really cool like podcast type deal, and it's good to see that you guys are like looking in depth in games rather than just giving them like a first look, judging by the cover type deal.
Right on, man.
Thank you.
That's definitely one of the reasons we wanted to put the show together. I think also just because JP and I both kind of like video games, so it's just it's nice to be able to chat with you guys about video games and shit. So thank you.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, what do you guys think of this weekly Humble Bundle? Have you looked at it?
Yeah. So I got to be honest with you. Humble Bundle has been, I don't know if you guys use Chrome, but you know how you have like you can set and you have your sort of a preview of the sites that you visit often.
Sure.
Humble Bundle has occasionally been popping up on mine because I go over there pretty regularly to, check it out. Hence, I got the message that said you can't buy anything from us anymore until we figure out what the hell is going on. But so what are the callers talking about? I wanted to bring up the webpage, right? So of course we've got the normal Humble Bundle that's going around, but then also there's now a Humble Weekly sale, which I think you can you. It's the same thing like the bundle, but
but it's just for 1 week.
Right, exactly. And I mean, we've talked about the bundles just being like legendary. They're so amazing. They're great. I mean,
yeah, it's crazy how much they sold. Like they post their numbers of how many they sell this week, and right now they're at 100. They're about to eclipse 180,000 sold. With what is the minus or the lowest? Like, I haven't purchased any of this before, so I'm very new to it. But like, what is the? Oh, you can choose your price, right? That's how it works.
Yeah, you choose your price, and then if you pay above like the average, you get additional content. So like with this one, you get Cities XL Platinum, Blood Bowl Legendary Edition, Divinity 2, Raw Realms of Ancient War, Game of Thrones Confrontation. If you pay 6 or more, you also get the War Game European Escalation and the Testament of Sherlock Holmes.
It's a lot of shit for like
potentially, it is a lot,
you know. I
like all the little statistics that they give. I mean, they even tell you how much they've made $630,000 from this sale, which is probably why they keep doing this each week, because they're making a ton of money from this shit.
Yeah. and it's getting publishers names out there. It's getting their games more exposure as well.
EA got a fuck ton of goodwill when they did theirs for 100% charity. They sold a billion of those. That's not actually a correct number, but they sold a shit ton of those when they did their like Origin bundle.
I bought that one. I didn't have. I've had Battlefield 3, but that was back when I was a primarily console player. So when that came up, I'm just like, oh yeah, hell yeah, I'm gonna get Battlefield 3 for like $7, and then everything else that comes in this package. I'm just like, that's such a great deal. I love that these things like just pop up, and this is now readily available. I've started buying them since like the third one, back when it was the Humble Indie bundle or whatever.
Yeah.
And then the Gang bundle. Those were like great.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty interesting evolution how this thing kind of started out and where they're at now.
Definitely. But that's all I wanted to say, guys. Just I enjoy your content. I'm looking forward to more role play. I really want to see more Dark Heresy. I hope you guys can put that shit out more often.
19th of October is the next show.
The next show.
So 8 days from now.
I have you guys marked down in my calendar.
Awesome.
Awesome,
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right. See you. Thanks.
Bye-bye. JP, your cam froze again.
Oh, God. I look great, too, in that freeze.
Twice.
This is why we stopped using Skype, I think.
Yeah, it is.
I forgot about the freezes. All right. It's time to blow your mind, Wheat.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're going to blow my mind.
Long time ago, like 2 or 3 months, there was a Battlefield dev. I don't know how the conversation got started, but someone brought up the idea of having dinosaurs in Battlefield 4. And there have been multiple devs that have cited that this may or may not be a thing in the future as an add-on for Battlefield 4. Dinosaurs. If they put
damn
that
it,
in the
JP.
game, it's gonna be crazy.
I don't know if you saw any of my Beyond Two Souls playthrough, but there's this like ongoing joke that the demon is actually some ghost velociraptor, and I'm like, God, why aren't there more fucking dinosaurs in video games? The guy, in fact, we talked about it like last week on 8-Bits. Some guy was like, what happened to all the dinosaur games? Dino Crisis, and damn it, my dick is hard right now, JP.
It's been like the #1 question asked to all of these Battlefield 4 devs, and they're all just like, never say never, or like making really weird like non-committal statements about it. Fucking what if they do that, man?
I already professed my love to Battlefield, like, oh my God. I'm just the thought of dinosaurs. I want to be rolling down with the tank, and then all of a sudden a T-Rex just.
So this is from an actual interview at IGN.com with Lars Gustafsson. He is this the creative director? I think. Yeah, creative director at DICE. And the question is, it's a running gag, but ... dinosaur mode. And he goes, we definitely hear them, and I like the thought of it too, so who knows? It definitely sounds extremely sexy and sounds like something that would fit the Battlefield universe very well. Like, what the fuck,
yeah,
dude?
it fit it well.
What?
Oh my god. Oh my god. All vehicles just man, JP, you're gonna have to start playing with an extra pair of shorts, because the moment that you see me fucking barreling down the middle of B on a Triceratops with a grenade launcher going YOLO, you are not gonna know what to do with yourself.
That'll be hilarious if that happens. I totally forgot about that, but yeah, that might happen.
Dude, that's actually super, super exciting.
It'd be the craziest thing that they've ever done as a developer, for sure. Like, they never really do any crazy things like that. I think Battlefield in itself is just always insanity to begin with. So they're like, we can't, guys, no. Just keep the aliens out of this.
Yeah, come on. Do we really have to add this stuff or that stuff? God, you blew my mind, JP. Show over. It's done. Dinosaurs, BF4. Let's do it. You can reach us 909-581-8519. We got time for maybe a couple more calls, or you can just reach us out on Skype. And aside from that, I didn't really. I think we pretty much covered everything that.
Yeah, I'm kind of scanning around to see if there's anything that hit while the show is live, but doesn't seem to.
The sort of uproar in that Assassin's Creed 3 or 4 director was saying that he wants the next Assassin's Creed to be in Egypt, in which I'm sure the resounding.
But people are upset with that?
I think people are like, we were just talking about, are you listening to your audience? And you know what? If you polled every single Assassin's Creed fan and put Egypt and like feudal Japan on there, Egypt would actually get 0%.
Yeah.
So
I guess everyone does want the like ninja.
Right? And that it's just like that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense for the story, but god damn it, does Egypt make sense?
Who knows what the fuck who knows what they're doing with that, the story of that game. I mean, Battlefield 4. Assassin's Creed 4, like, I don't even know what's going to go on in that, because the story so far is that it is.
Everyone's saying they prefer Egypt.
Really?
Yeah. I no one is actually giving a reason, JP. They're just like, hey, I'd vote Egypt. I don't know. I don't know why. What I don't understand. Like, the only thing that could be cool about an Egypt setting for Assassin's Creed is if they actually did tombs where you did stuff inside and not outside.
That'd be kind of cool, yeah.
But even then, like, I don't know, you guys.
See, the thing is that Assassin's Creed 3 ended in such a way that Assassin's Creed 4, I don't understand why that game exists and how the story makes sense. Because what they said about the Assassin's Creed 4 story is that you are just a normal person in Abstergo, or whatever the fucking the Knights, the Templar. You're just a normal person doing training missions. That is all they've said. That is the least interesting thing about that game. In a game that is very uninteresting to a ton of people to begin with. And the story is usually the biggest draw. So I don't know what the fuck they're going to do.
Well, and we said that we were kind of, I guess, exhausted with Assassin's Creed games. That they were sort of feeling like the same doll with different dresses on, and it just not being that fun to play.
Right.
So, I don't know. A lot of people in chat saying they also have kind of stopped caring about that franchise.
Yeah, I think Ubisoft will. I don't know. Maybe they stop after the fourth one. Maybe sales are bad enough where they. Or this is just a heavily PC-dominated chat, and that console gamers are actually like excited for this. I have no idea. I have no idea.
That actually could be, a thing. So
I don't know. I'm very interested to see sales.
There was one other thing I forgot to also bring up, and that was the fact that this week a new GameSpot launched.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so
it looks good.
The funny thing is that I think what they are trying to do, Polygon actually already does better.
I agree.
And they've also got as a lead review up a League of Legends review, which seems so.
It is a little weird.
Like weird, you know.
They also posted that recent a second BioShock Infinite review that had a low score of like 4 on it. So I kind of wonder if they're trying to get like people over to the website by creating this drama.
Well, they created drama by it not working at first, but
I saw, it was bogged down to shit.
You know, they needed the redesign, so this is good. And to be honest, I like Polygon's layout, but the problem is, like, I like Polygon's layout. I'll just probably keep looking at them for news. A lot of times I just go to Reddit anyway.
That's kind of been the big thing with GameSpot. So, sorry, finish your
No, I was just going to say I was surprised at how similar they were to Polygon, but I think it's a tip of the hat to them that they put something together that was new and fresh that other sites wanted to take that same concept and run with it.
Yeah, it is very Polygon-esque. That is 100% certain.
I was going to bring up Polygon so people could see the difference here.
Sure.
But,
I did like kind of their new video that they put out to talk about the new site. They do a lot of referencing, although not direct, but they reference kind of the fact that they fired Jeff Gerstmann and now he once again works there. They reference Ryan Davis and kind of his passing, so I like that a lot. The big thing that when I think of GameSpot, I cannot name a single person that works there other than the people at Giant Bomb, and they're not even really affiliated with GameSpot all that much.
Right.
Like they do not have
esports, by the way.
It's not esports. Yeah, they don't have a strong personality base, I feel, at that website. At least for me, because I don't visit it very much. But I think of Polygon, and I immediately think of like Philip Kohler, Brian Crescente, Arthur Guys.
You're right.
They don't really have like a strong big name. So I don't know. Maybe that's one of the things they're going to work on.
Yeah, actually, I think Giant Bomb's owned by CBSI.
Yeah.
Not GameSpot necessarily, but
they dabble in GameSpot stuff every now and then. They'll have a couple of GameSpot editors come on their stuff, and every now and then, for a while there, Jeff was like doing I don't know if it was on like CBS Radio or what, but it was like Gaming in a Minute or something, talking about the latest game. It was kind of weird seeing that on their site, but they stopped doing that. So now I'm excited because one of the lead programmers, I think that was responsible for that, whose name I am Alexis, who came with Giant Bomb when they were acquired, is now going to start focusing on Giant Bomb, and they're going to start on their kind of revision of the site. So that's what I'm pretty stoked for, is the fact that they can start working on that.
Nice. And, GameSpot is actually going to follow in the footsteps of Giant Bomb, which I think is also very cool, and that they are going to be launching a bunch of weekly shows.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They got to create those personalities, like we were saying.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, it's like it's the right way to do it. A lot of these editorial sites are a little slow on getting to the whole video thing, but, rightfully so. Well, anyway.
Sure.
See how it goes.
They'll figure it out.
Well, they will figure it out.
I mean, I know it seems like in the past 3 or 4 months, all of these journalists or editors or personalities, whatever you want to call them, have started to kind of start up their own live streams and have gotten on that. I wouldn't call it a bandwagon, but have gotten on that movement of seeing how important it is and how many people actually want to watch that type of stuff. So it's really cool to see that. It's kind of this huge shift in everything when it comes to this game journalism world. Which is just silly to talk about in the first place, but whatever.
And it needs to shift. Well, it needs to shift. I mean, it's been changed. It's changed so many times, JP, from like the blog format and and like 2005 on to now a lot of stuff moving over to video and sort of like having accompanied video things. Some sites getting rid of review scores completely. I think every single site is trying to find that new way to still attract viewers and to have sort of all the pieces fit together. But
yep.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm not going to fix my cam. The pose is too good.
It's it's funny. I have been watching How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
And there's this episode where they talk about how Barney, who's Neil Patrick Harris. He like
Sure.
can't take
Yeah, I
a
watched
bad.
it.
He can't take a bad picture, like a bad photo. You know which one that is?
Yeah.
It's like that. That's your like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're doing a
That-
backflip, but somehow you just like got that perfect like sup. Take my picture. All right.
Random question: did you watch Home Improvement back in the day?
Of course.
You loved Home Improvement, right?
Well,
Everyone loved Home
I
Improvement.
loved Home Improvement because if anyone has never seen it, Tim Allen's original stand-up comedy
They're fucking hilarious.
his original is still to this day one of the fucking funniest things ever.
Yeah.
And he is dirty in it. So, I mean, that's why I loved Home Improvement, but anyway.
Yeah, he has this new show called Last Man Standing, which is a take on Home Improvement, but he's got 3 daughters now,
Uh-huh.
and there's 2 seasons on Netflix. It's fucking terrible, right? But it's so cheesy and so addictive, just like Home Improvement was, that I'm actually enjoying it a lot.
Really? Huh.
Yeah.
Did you know that Tim Allen was like a cocaine addict for several years? Like he was really, really bad.
I mean, a lot of those comics had some sort of addiction.
I mean,
so
like
I'm not
before
too-
he actually got big, even like comedy
really?
saved his life. Yeah,
Oh, I didn't
yeah.
know that.
Not like I got famous and I got into it. Like a
Yeah, a Robin Williams or something like that.
yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
he's a great dude. He's a fucking hilarious
Yeah,
guy.
I find him to be incredibly hilarious. I think Galaxy Quest was a great fucking movie and hilarious throughout. I've seen it so many times. I
Oh,
enjoy it
man.
every time.
It's so damn funny. So damn
good.
funny.
It's good.
All right. Well, we've got a couple last calls, but we should probably wrap things up. JP's cam's still frozen. He's not going to fix it.
I'm not fixing it. I've already got
Snap.
my shirt off. I'm walking around in my underwear. You can't fucking stop me because it's Friday. God damn it.
Oh. Well, we apologize if we didn't get to your call this week. Of course, we'll be on next week with version 1.3. But JP, what are your final thoughts for today?
Final thoughts for today. I won't be streaming anything tonight. I'll probably get bored and stream something tonight. I don't know what it'll be. Hopefully I can keep myself off. I gotta stop doing the streaming shit. It's been like 2 weeks since I've actually just done nothing, and I want to just do nothing, which means I'd end up playing games. I will be streaming tomorrow for Subscriber Saturday. So if you're a sub or just a casual viewer, you can come play Battlefield 4 with me. We're starting that at 1 o'clock Eastern over at twitch.tv/itmeJP. We had week number 2 of Roleplay Eben go on last night. It was super late, so if you missed that and you are a sub, you can catch the VOD. VODs for that will start on Sunday when week 1 finishes tomorrow. I'll start putting VODs up for that. Sunday, we've got Roleplay D&D going into week number 33. Like I said earlier, Dark Heresy is going to return on the 19th, and I believe we might be able to do consecutive shows 2 weeks in a row.
Oh my God! It could
I
happen.
think we'll see.
All right.
We'll see
No
if it
promises yet.
Yeah. And then other than that, I think I'm going to start playing Shadow of the Colossus next week on my stream because I got that for free from PlayStation Plus, and I've never actually played through it, so I'm pretty stoked for that. Probably going to be doing something with Battlefield 4 at launch. I've been talking to the EA devs. We'll see what comes of that. Nice. I like it. What else? I think that's it. As always, actually, no. The Cat Pack number 1 is out on Xbox Live. So if you don't know what that is, go over to my YouTube, check out the video. It's $1 if you have Xbox Live. It's basically a gamer pack.
Meow.
Yeah, it's a cool way to support me. Like I said, it's a single $1, and you get some stupid cat pictures on Xbox Live. So if you're into that type of shit and you like wasting money, waste money on me. That's my pitch.
If you like cats, don't waste money because you're just killing a kitten every time you. No, I'm just kidding. Go
Yeah,
get it.
and exactly.
I love
Someone in
that
chat makes. I said number 1. All right.
Oh God. I'm
You
getting
guys
my
don't even
next
know.
video ready.
You guys don't even know the Sloth Pack is in the works already.
Oh fuck.
It's coming.
Sloth pack. It is.
Sloth Pack.
All right. I'll be joining you tomorrow for some BF4, I think. I'd also like to hopefully finish my Beyond Two Souls playthrough tonight. Maybe then tomorrow
I'd like to talk
I'll
about
play.
the ending.
Yeah, for sure. And then maybe tomorrow I'll play A Wolf Among Us. Also going to be playing some Infinity Wars this weekend. So as I mentioned, I'll be posting a video. It has a code in it over on youtube.com/djWHEAT if you want to get in on that. Sunday subscriber giveaway's got a couple of Volgars to give away. And since The Walking Dead is going to be premiering season 4 this weekend, and since the Arc 115 All Out War started, which is going to be fucking amazing in the comic, I'm going to give away a digital copy of the first volume of The Walking Dead on Sunday too. So, guys, thanks for joining us on 8 Bits. It's been a blast. You could follow us on Twitter at djWHEAT and at itmeJP, even though JP disapproves of this rap. Well, we had fun today, and we thank you for stopping by and watching all of our content. We'll be back next week for more version 1.3. And that's it from us. We'll see you next time. We're out of here. Peace.
Thanks, guys.